Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amal Sohail and I'm a student at Rahan School Foundation Level Batch 10. And today I will be talking to this AI about the topic, the origin of the expression of surprise, wow. So let's start.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, I want to talk to you today about the word wow. So where did the word wow originally come from?
Wow. Talk about an appropriate word to kick things off. It's actually a pretty old exclamation, dating back to the 16th century in older Scots. It didn't even start as a word with a defined meaning, but just as a natural sound people made when they were surprised. The verb form, like wowing a crowd, didn't actually show up until American slang in the 1920s. Pretty wild, right?
Yeah, so when was wow first used in the English language?
It first popped up in English around 1513. It was in a translation by Gavin Douglas.
Okay, I see. So, did wow always mean surprise, or did it have a different meaning before?
It's always been about that feeling of amazement since it started as a natural exclamation, basically just a sound humans make when they're shocked. It didn't really have a previous meaning, it just evolved from a noise into a word.
I see. So, how did wow become so popular around the world?
I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that it's just such an intuitive sound. It's almost universal. Whether you're speaking English or not, that specific breathy sound naturally conveys shock or awe, so it translates across cultures without needing a dictionary. Plus, it's short, punchy, and works for both good and bad surprises. Have you noticed people using it differently in your part of the world?
Not really. So my next question is: are there similar expressions to wow in other languages?
Let me look into that. It's funny how some sounds just feel universal. Actually, my search just hit a snag. Want me to try that again?
Yeah, sure.
Coming right back at it. My search is still acting up. It's being stubborn. Give me one more shot at it.
Okay, it's fine. We'll move on to the next question. So, why do humans naturally use short words like wow to express emotions?
It's all about efficiency. When we're genuinely shocked or amazed, our brains don't exactly have time for a full grammatically correct sentence. We need a quick release for that surge of emotion, and a short, punchy sound is the fastest way to let it out. It's basically an emotional shorthand.
Okay, I see. Is wow considered a formal or informal expression?
Definitely informal. You wouldn't really see it in a legal document or a formal speech, but it's the perfect go to for a casual conversation.
Okay. How is wow
So
used differently in text messages and social media today?
it's evolved into a whole different kind of tool. In text, it can be everything from genuine awe to heavy sarcasm, depending on the punctuation. A single wow with a period of almost always a judgment, well, wow out, is actually excited. It's basically become a visual cue for tone.
Okay, so how do you think social media and in real life, what's the difference between using this word?
In person, you've got the benefit of your voice and your face. You can hear the actual gasp or see the wide eyes, so the word is just a supplement to the emotion. But online, the word has to do all the heavy lifting. Since you can't hear the tone, people lean on capitalization or emojis to make sure they aren't being misread. It's a lot more calculated in a text than it is in a real conversation.
Okay, I see. So, what are some famous moments in history or pop culture where wow became memorable?
Let me check. My search is acting up again. It's really not cooperating today. You want me to try one more time or just pivot?
No, it's fine. My next question is: are there any theories about how the word "wow" was invented?
Because it started as a sound rather than a planned word, there aren't really invention theories in the traditional sense. It's more of a case of humans just collectively realizing that this specific sound felt right for the emotion, and then it eventually got written down as a word. It's like a linguistic reflex.
Okay, okay.
I've got a
So
feeling
yeah.
we've officially the juice out of wow. What else is on your mind?
Um, my next question is: can a single word like "wow" communicate different emotions besides being surprised?
Oh, absolutely. It can be a huge compliment, like when you're genuinely impressed, or it can be complete disbelief. And then there's the sarcastic wow, the kind where you're actually not impressed at all. It's all in the delivery.
Why do some people say "wow" more often than others?
I think it's mostly a personality thing. That some people just lean more into their external reactions. They're the ones who wear their heart on their sleeve, and wow is just an easy, low effort way to signal to the other person that they're engaged and listening. It's almost like a social lubricant to keep the conversation moving.
Yeah, I agree. So, what are some older expressions people used before "wow" became common?
Before wow took over, people had a whole different set of go to sounds for amazement. You'd hear things like gadzooks or my word back in the day. Some people just used hail as a way to get attention, though that eventually shifted more into a greeting. It's funny how we've traded those elaborate phrases for one short, punchy sound.
True, true. So, could
Wait, are we doing
"wow"?
train sound?
No,
Haha,
I was just
haha,
saying
you've
true.
got me. Fair enough. You caught me off guard there for a second.
Okay. My next question is: could "wow" eventually be replaced by a new expression in the future?
It's entirely possible. Language is always shifting. We've already seen a lot of words just evaporate from the lexicon, so it's only a matter of time before some new punchy sound comes along and makes wow feel like something your grandparents said. It usually happens when a new generation wants their own way of signaling a specific feeling.
Okay. So, what makes "wow" such an effective expression of surprise?
I think it's the physics of the sound itself. It starts with that open vowel, which mimics the way we naturally gasp when we're shocked. It's basically a vocalized intake of breath. Since it feels so physically aligned with the reaction of surprise, it just hits harder than a word that requires more effort to say.
Okay. Can
We've
animals make
definitely cut.
sounds that serve a similar purpose to "wow"?
That's a fascinating angle. Since we're talking about sounds of surprise, I imagine a lot of it comes down to basic biology. Many animals use sudden, sharp calls or changes in pitch to signal alarm or shock to the rest of the pack. It's less about a word and more about a survival instinct.
Okay. Uh, so,
We've
uh,
really.
yeah,
You've got a few more things on your mind, don't you?
not really. I think that's enough.
Fair enough. It's been a wild ride through the history of a single syllable.
Yeah.
Any other rabbit holes you want to dive into today?
No, thanks for answering, and
Of
bye.
course. Anytime. Catch you later.
Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this was interesting. And Allah Hafiz. Bye.